warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello my friend, welcome back with me. This meeting I want to explain about general American values. 1. Freedom. Americans commonly regard their society as the freest and best in the world. American understanding of freedom is shaped by the founding father. Believe that all people are equal and that the role of the government is to protect its person's basic inalienable right. The U.S. Constitution Bill of Rights assures individual rights, including provision for freedom of speech, press, and religion. 2. Individualism. American notion of freedom focuses on the individual, and individualism has strong philosophical roots in America. Individualism understood not only as self-reliance but also as economic self-sufficiency has been a central theme in American history. Frontiers heroes who braved the wilderness alone. Farmer was success, dependent on their ability to confront the hardship of land and restore seafarmers. The celebration of the small businessman who became a financial success on his own. Individuals' proprietorship in business is still extolled as the ideal. 3. Punctuality. Punctuality is the characteristic of being able to complete a required task or fulfill an obligation before or at a previously designated time. Punctual is often used synonymously with on time. According to its culture, there is often an understanding about what is considered an acceptable degree of punctuality. Some cultures have an unspoken understanding that actual deadlines are different from stated deadlines. For example, it might be understood in a particular culture that people will turn up an hour later than advertised said. 4. Voluntarism. Volunteering is generally considered an altruistic activity and is intended to promote the good or improve human quality of life, which in return produces a feeling of self-worth and respect, but no financial gain. Volunteering is also famous for skill development, socialization, and fun. It is also intended to make contact where possible, employment or for a variety of other reasons. Voluntarism reflects American optimistic faith in their ability to work out practical solutions themselves. Americans like to form associations of different kinds. 5. Equality. The Declaration of Independence states that all men are created equal. In many ways, people believe this. We can see equality in such common practice as waiting in line. We can also see equality in the classroom. All students are the same in the eye of professor, and many professor few students, particularly graduated students, as their equal. Professor might ask students to call them by their first names. 6. Informality. Although equality is ignored in some parts of life, it is followed closely in others. For example, people treat one another very informally, even in the presence of great difference in age or social status. Informality is right, understood as idealism in practice or democracy in action. The right of the individuals balanced by his responsibilities in the basic unit is the family. 7. Idealizing what is practical. Many historians believe that most of the beliefs and values which are characteristical American emerged within the context of the frontier experience. Survival in the wilderness was best achieved through robust individualism. Survival experience also explain the American tendency to idealize whatever is practical. 8. Mobility. As a nation of immigrant, Americans have shared from the beginning the assumption that the practical solution to a problem is to move elsewhere and make a fresh start. Mobility in America is not a sign of aimlessness but optimism. Moving about from place to place is such a common and accepted practice that most Americans take it for granted that they may live in 4 or 5 cities during their lifetime. Americans had to feel that buying a house might immobilize them forever. 9. Progress. It is associated with the idea of freedom is the ideal of progress. The nation's progress is best measured by the taming of the frontier and industrial expansion. The classic American family saga is all about progress. The great-grandparents were hard and suffered poverty and alienation so that they can profit a good education for their children. Okay, I think enough for meeting. Thank you for your attention. So sorry for my mistake.